What's up, everybody? Spooky friends. Welcome back to Sir Henry's Haunted Podcast. I, of course, am your host, Zach, alongside with me most of the time. And here again is our somebody, Calvin.
Hey, somebody.
Somebody save me. Anyway, we're excited to be back. A lot has transpired since the last time we have done a podcast. Our last podcast, I believe, was after Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, but it wasn't, but it was. That's all you need to know. So
Incredible event. The weather was nice.
from then till now, a lot has happened. We went to Transworld. We posted a little video vlog. First time doing that. If you haven't seen that, you can see that on our YouTube channel, Sir Henry's Haunted Trail. You'll see Calvin giving you a full run through of the show floor.
Yep. Channeled my inner Tampa J.
We've started building. We'll get into that. We're, one would say, ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Knock on drywall.
I don't think you need to knock on the wood.
Yes. So lots of things happening. We're talking to that. But today we have a very special guest in studio. Calvin, can you introduce our guest for us?
Been friends with this guy for a while. Very talented artist in the industry. Does a lot of work for us for other organizations around. Owner of MonsterWorx Entertainment. We have Jason Thomas here with us.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello.
Excited to have you
Hello.
here, Jason.
I'm excited to be here.
And it's crazy to think about, but I've known you for almost a decade now.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Which is wild. We just celebrated 10 seasons of Sir Henry, so that's it all comes together. The math is mathing.
Yep.
But cool.
Time is a circle.
We're excited to have you here today. We're gonna talk about stuff you've done for us. Let's dive into it. Of course, we have our shout out swear jar that if we say any of the repetitive words, such as Calvin,
Shout out or fun fact. I think that's the only ones, right?
Dollar goes in the jar. We made it through episode 1 of season 3 without saying anything, but then, or did you? I feel like you were dropping bombs left and right.
I did. I hit a couple.
This guy.
Wow, that's a fun fact.
Yeah, really.
It is. Fun fact. But yeah.
We made it for you, and then I'm the biggest offender now.
Well, yeah, I have trained my mind to avoid these terms now, and so I just come up with new ones.
Yeah.
And we'll have a list.
Interestingly enough.
Yeah, this long next time. So, Jason,
Yes.
first question.
You almost said it.
God dang.
Already.
That's crazy. What was the first prop? I know the answer to this. Yeah, the first prop piece you made for Sir Henry's Haunted Trail.
Oh, man. I know there was... Was it the skull mask?
No, that'd been the second or thereabouts.
Can I guess?
Was it the your face cast for the statue?
No, wasn't that. You can take a guess.
Oh my gosh!
Was it the cane?
It was the cane.
Oh, the cane.
The cane.
The
One of the
cane.
most
God.
iconic pieces
Oh
of
my
the Sir
gosh.
Henry character. This is who made Sir Henry's cane. You're the celebrity.
Wow.
But no,
Yeah.
so that was the first season we did Sir Henry's, and this shows how far we've come. I had what I did at the house, which was a bamboo cane I had got from Party City many years ago. This is at least 13 years ago, 14 years ago at this point. And so I used that the first season. Well, I would take it and like hit stuff for like scaring people like right upside their head. And so eventually
This was here.
the
or
first
at the
season.
house?
This was the first season here. And so eventually I hit so much stuff like that after 2 weeks it shattered. So I'm like, oh, I have to buy another cane. Oh my gosh, the mojo's not going to be there. So whatever, I did it, and then lo and behold, at the end of the first season, it broke again. And then I think somewheres in this late summertime, I reached out to Jason. And I was like, hey, I've got this idea for a cane, which was kind of ambitious, still kind of is, about putting a noisemaker, sound box, what have you, into a cane with the skull on top of it. And it's more of a staff that Sir Henry walks with.
It's a
walking
cane-sized staff,
It's
essentially.
not a
A
cane.
staff-sized
It's
cane.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. And and Jason created that. And tell us how that project was.
That was way out of my wheelhouse, and I was trying really hard. It was a challenge. It was a lot of fun because there's a lot of elements of that I was not really familiar how the heck I was going to do this thing. But actually reached out to my friend Scott that works at Fry Props, and I said, "Hey, I'm looking for something. How small of a thing?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we got this screen box. I forgot what they called it, but
Yeah, it's like a screen box.
is it a screen box? I don't know, but it's a tiniest little speaker.
Yeah.
And you can hook up your own sounds to it and everything. And so he helped me out with that. And whenever I got it in just to try it out, I put a little 9-volt battery up to the wires, and it scared the hell out of me. So I'm
The
like,
thing, it's like the size of my fist, and the thing is loud.
oh, it's so loud. And yeah, when you're not expecting it and it's on full blast, and I'm home alone in a quiet house, and all of a sudden it just screams, and it's right here. So it's like, yeah, it almost gave me a heart attack. I was like, I think I found the problem. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, then it was just a matter of like covering that speaker and then sculpting the cane head on top of it, and just making it work. I mean, the head's a little big for, that's as small as we can.
See,
make it,
I've
but
never
it was-
thought of the head as big.
Yeah.
I think it flows.
It looks like it fits
Yeah,
nicely
I
in your
think
hand.
it fits perfectly. And I mean, from the moment, literally the moment I put the costume on, first acted with it, I that was the missing piece of Sir Henry's character.
Wow.
And strangely enough, I find so much of the identity with Sir Henry through that cane. As weird as as crazy as it sounds, maybe it's a top hat, maybe it's the vest or whatever, but it's the cane for me. Like there's throughout the past 10 seasons, there's been times where stuff's been going on, or I had a dead battery in there, or I forgot it somewhere, and I didn't have it, and I feel so naked, like butt naked. Like I can't show my
And
face.
It's so like crucial to the way that you stand
Well,
too.
stand and walk. Like I don't know how to walk without the cane.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool that one prop has become such an integral part of the Sir Henry character and brand.
I feel like there's two sacred things about Sir Henry and the costume. Number one being the top hat, and number two being that cane.
So
I don't think I've ever touched either one of those.
don't ever do that either.
Yeah.
Here's a question for the room. What is the only original piece of the costume from when I created it at the house?
I feel like I know this.
You should. The audience might know this, and I feel like this was on a YouTube or a podcast episode at one point.
I think I know it. Do you want to guess?
The hat? That's just a guess.
What's your guess?
I don't know.
I think it's the shoes, isn't it?
Heck no.
No,
It
it's
is
not.
the hat.
Is it?
Oh,
It's
is it?
the hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
the hat.
2 years ago I would have said the socks, but
Well, so very early on, I was trying to figure out glam this character up, level up, and I was going through all these hats, and I was just like, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. So it's always stayed the same. Again, kind of like the cane, very big part of that.
it's the
personality.
same hat.
It's the same hat. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
Well, so I also have interestingly enough, as we'll call them, 7 years ago when I first came, the first mask.
well, that's a
and
perfect
costume-
segue. That's
Yeah,
a perfect segue.
that's where I'm going.
Let's talk about that.
The first mask and costume I ever wore
Ever wore
was made by Jason.
Oh, was it the
The-
skull?
the
With
The Frankenstein.
Oh, the Frankenstein. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so I
right.
wore the
I can't remember
gloves.
which came first.
Yeah,
the chicken or the egg.
So it was
The-
gloves, the chest piece, and the mask.
Mhm.
I have a picture, and
Yes.
I'll put it in, or I'll send it to you to put it in, whatever. But yeah, the first thing I ever wore 7 years ago was your thing, and I'm just
was
sitting here
cool.
thinking about that. I'm like,
That
man,
is
full
a
circle.
full circle moment.
Yeah.
It was
right
a
there.
great. It was just a great opportunity to. I've always wanted to do sort of. You wanted a Frankenstein type creature, and it was like, okay, I could make not your typical one. I can do my own kind of like adjust it so it's Sir Henry bringing this thing to life. So that was a lot of fun to make that one.
I'm pretty sure you were in this picture, but I think you brought a friend out that night to do some photography with that mask and costume.
Yes.
And I'm 98% sure that it was you in that costume. And to this day, out of all the millions of pictures we've taken out here, that is one of top 20 favorite pictures of all time. There's something about it.
It was in scene.
It was in scene, yeah.
I don't recall. But yeah, I
Can you
mean,
recall last week? Because I can't.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. When I watch this, I'll be like, oh yeah,
I think,
that was
I,
me.
think I had that picture. I
Yeah,
could send to
yeah.
you if you
I'm
want
pretty
it.
sure it's on our Instagram page if you scroll down for 30 minutes. But yeah, no, that's cool. And yeah, like you said, it was the chest piece, the arms, and
Yeah, and it was
the
like a
face sculpt.
gray suit jacket,
Yeah,
and then whatever pants, and I wore my black Hirachis.
yeah.
I can could picture the picture right now.
And yeah, so I mean, Jason is a man of many talents. If you can't already tell,
Oh, shucks.
From canes to
and-
masks.
Yeah, and if you're out here in the YouTube haunt universe, and you're like, "Gee, I own a haunted house," or you know, Devin, I'm looking at you out there in Oregon. I know you watch the podcast. Anything custom you want, this man can do. He'll be more than happy to do it. Drop a line, go to MonsterWorx, like the Facebook page, go to the website. He can do anything imaginable because we have asked him to do anything imaginable.
You've asked him to do a lot.
Speaking of this, he 2017, yes. You mentioned casting my face, and for those who don't know, I'm extremely claustrophobic.
That was
very
the topic
claustrophobic.
of discussion before we started recording.
But we have the Sir Henry statue. For years, it was in the common area, centerpiece. And then last year, we actually moved that statue to the queue line of the hayride. And I forget who said this. I think it was either Jason or Josh was like, how cool would it be if it was actually, I think it was you, your face on the statue. I'm like, that's pretty cool. What's it going to take? And so we're going to face cast you. Okay, cool. Knowing now what I know about face casting, I don't know that I could sit through it.
So explain what you can. Explain what life casting is for people that
So
don't
you're
understand.
basically just sitting there for me to put this stuff on your face. I use Body Double. It's a silicone that you can actually just put on your skin. We used to use alginate. It was more of a like seaweed based.
Seaweeds?
Yeah,
That's
alginate.
crazy.
It's the same stuff like you use for like your dental impressions and stuff like that
Yeah.
too. Like, but that just once you're done with it, you make your first cast out of it, then it just goes away or shrinks up. And but Body Double I like using because you do that and then you've got your mold, like you keep it.
Well, so it's essentially just like you get your whole head essentially
Yeah.
just
Did I do
covered
your,
in
I
the
don't think I
silicone.
did the
Well,
whole. No, I did from
I don't
pretty
remember
far back. I didn't do
you
your
did for the-
entire head. I just
Yeah.
did like from ears
Yeah, it
forward,
was-
and yeah.
You had two straws in my nose that I breathed out of, and to be perfectly still, my eyes closed.
Is there any photos of this?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure
he
I've
has
gotta
it.
have
I'll have to
some
look. I know I have
somewhere,
a
yeah.
photo
Yeah,
of
we'll
this.
throw up a photo.
But yeah, I still
But-
have that mold to this
I think
day.
I fell
so I'm able
asleep
to-
for like 5 minutes.
Probably,
during
yeah.
that.
There ain't
It
no
takes
way.
a little time for that stuff to set up. It's real goopy,
It is.
and you just kind of work it in and everything. So, but yeah,
But yeah, so you cast my face, which we probably should do more with that now. Now that I'm thinking about that,
I have an idea for it.
you have even like I remember you won Transworld one year. You had my face in a popcorn
Yeah.
bucket. Yeah.
Oh, I
just-
remember that.
Yeah.
I did it. Well, it was on a platter.
Yeah,
So it's just
that's
like
it,
your
yeah.
head sitting on a platter and, ready to put on the
So
dining
if you,
table.
If you want to have my head on a platter, which I'm sure there's some of you out there that want that, you know who you are. You can get that from Jason. I digress.
Because this one isn't you, is it?
No, that's not me. My head's not that big.
Well, hey, it could have been modified.
This could be my dad.
That's actually a head cast of someone else that I.
Because this is yours, right?
Yeah,
In case-
yeah.
So fun fact, my one
Whoa.
legal I get one legally.
Jason took it.
He's the guest. He doesn't count.
All right.
Making up stuff now. So our famous headpiece prop that you've seen for many, many episodes, Jason created this. And now we don't put it in the haunt because we like it too much at the podcast.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
broke the other one.
so you created the face cast and then you took that and we put it on a mannequin and
Mhm.
created the Sir Henry pre-death statue.
Mhm.
And that was a lot of fun. And it's still here to this day. You can see it on the hayride if you buy that ticket option.
Ooh.
Um,
And then, so that was 20, you said
20,
2017?
2017, yeah.
So that was, it was the same year that I wore the Frankenstein thing for the first time.
Mhm.
So
So then what was next? 2018. Well, 2018 was these.
there's a little blurry gap for me. More recently, I know I think 21 we had a lot of projects.
Oh,
That
yeah,
would
the
have
big
been
ones.
the shark year.
Mm-hmm.
We created the shark. We did a revamp of the trail the previous year that had been Midnight Slaughter, farmhouse, slaughterhouse, whatever. And we turned this into our nautical fishing haunted fishing wharf. And our grand finale was a shark on the drop bridge coming out at you. And we didn't rig this up for like an animatronic. We had just made it to be like a giant puppet. And so you made the shark for us. Talk about that.
Just had a big block of polystyrene that I carved the shark shape out of and hard coated it and painted it. So it was lightweight and able to be just puppeteered, but it was like what 4 feet
It's a
long
big
or
head.
something.
I mean, we still have it.
And that's just
Yeah.
the head. It was just so it's and I think that's the same year we had the tuna fish too hanging everywhere. So
we made the tuna fish that year. Also, that year we did the pumpkins,
That's what I'm
oh
sitting
yeah,
here
that's
remembering.
right,
If
the
it was
Yeah.
pumpkins. Yeah,
That's what I was talking about. The big
which has
ones.
been one of my top 5 all-time favorite Jason Thomas
those
pieces.
were fun. Those were fun.
Yeah, originally they were on the main arch going in. Then we rebuilt the arch, and now they preside over the hayride entrance perfectly because it's Legends of Halloween.
Yeah. I love those pumpkins, but I hate moving them around.
They are the biggest pain in the butt, and it's not because that they're heavy or anything. They're just awkward.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they're super light.
Yeah.
I could throw one if I wanted to,
and-
but
and-
they're just so
they're
big and
durable.
awkward.
They've gone through a couple of hurricanes now.
They actually have. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just getting it up on like an 8-foot column, so you can imagine doing it on a 12-foot column.
Oh yeah, the 8-foot column is easy
Yeah.
compared to the front gate.
Yeah. But no, that's one of my favorite pieces. I know that's become an iconic set piece for a lot of people, a lot of guests, a lot of fans here at Sir Henry.
They look so good. They photograph really
Yeah.
well. They're
They-
super
they-
easy to light.
Yeah.
Everything.
Did we
love
do the diving helmet that year too?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
the
the year we
diving
did the
helmet.
diving helmet, which, by the way, if you, again, are a haunter out there and you want to get a diving helmet for your nautical scene, now that is a popular trend now. You can get one from our friend here, Jason. And so for the first time we did it as a character actor, a costume, traditional speaking, diver. It was just a full-on helmet. You actually made the cast out of my grandfather's Navy diving helmet, which is fun little tidbit.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a football helmet.
What? Can you say that again?
I thought it was a football helmet. I don't remember.
Here on this date, April 8th, Calvin thought that our nautical scuba diver helmet was a football.
Well, no, that's not. I'm not saying that. I thought that.
Please clarify.
I thought the inner cast and shape to
Oh,
fit the
no,
head
no, no.
was similar to a football
Oh,
helmet.
so
was
you
it
thought
not?
it was just the inside, and then I built the
Yeah,
diving
yeah,
helmet
yeah,
around.
Uh,
Oh,
okay,
no.
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah,
clarifying.
that makes,
Yeah.
yeah.
But no,
But
you
no, that's
actually.
not
You thought I've gone this whole time thinking that Chris wore a football helmet?
I don't
I'm
know.
not that
Was
bad.
France one of the original 13 colonies?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, so you had to actually cast this.
Yes.
This
I
thing,
made a
and-
silicone mold of it, and and at the time I made a mother mold which holds the silicone floppy part of it together so
Mhm.
that I can. But yeah, it's a challenge to rotocast something that large and I'm using a foam, rigid foam, so that it'd be super lightweight, which was one of my fondest memories of bringing that out to you. Whenever the whole idea was to be able to wear this thing,
Right.
and it not weigh 200 pounds. And, I just, the look on your face was so great. I
Yeah.
bring it out and I'm holding it like, okay, yep, here it is, and you're just, the look on your face, you just dropped like, oh God, I don't know how to tell him this. Like, this is it? And you're just like, is it heavy? I'm like, no, it's not too bad. Here, it's kind of slipping. Can you just grab something and you just like hurry up and put down whatever you had on, and you just grabbed it and you just,
Yeah, I was.
It's like-
That was acting 10 out of 10. Yeah, no, it was super lightweight. It weighs less than like
It-
3 pounds.
yeah, not if even that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super lightweight. It's just a rigid foam. It's foam at 5 or something like that.
Wasn't there 2 of them?
Yeah, so we
There was
yeah,
one that the Chris wore that was
And then
solid.
we had
and there was like a cracked one.
Well, yeah. Well, no, I think that was the second year, but it was, we have like 3.
Yeah.
Like a prop one, a costume one, and then we did the cracked one,
Mm-hmm.
where we were able to do some like
You
UV
can zombie up the
makeup
person
and-
wearing it, and,
yeah, and
like
that
it
was
busted
cool.
out.
And yeah, so that's one of my favorite
The diving
costume
costume is so
accessories.
cool.
Oh yeah,
That was so cool. Shout out to Chris.
yeah.
Oh, there's my shout out.
Yeah. Sorry.
Alright.
I can do it because it's Sir Henry.
Yeah.
legally required
But yeah, they call that a breakout roll.
for Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
No,
playing
no,
the
that
batter.
yeah. I think too. There was something about that costume that was able to give him a level of confidence in himself to kind of break out. Now he's a manager out here. It's a crazy thing about.
Oh, you're talking about Chris. I thought you were talking about him for a second. You were gesturing to.
Well, I'm talking about Chris, but yeah.
yeah,
Jason
no.
need a breakout
No,
roll. I mean,
no,
come
that's
on.
what I was a little
What?
confused.
You
I'm
take a
losing my
moment to
mind over
compose
here.
yourself or something. What's going on here?
No, but that's absolutely 100%. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
Chris. That was Chris Constance.
Yeah. So
Anyway, enough to talk about. Chris.
We did a lot of fun projects that year. Am I missing any?
That was the ones I could remember. Was the helmet,
Standout
pumpkins.
ones? I can't even remember the trail.
The
things
shark.
that year.
We had the bat creature.
Oh, we did some bodies that
We
year
did
too.
the bodies.
So
Oh, the
we had-
bodies.
oh, the
we had
frozen
cell-
one, yeah.
The
the
bodies are
frozen
so much
one,
fun.
The blood one, but I think my favorite was when you went to the queue line of name that trail, Captain's Fury. And you saw the sailboat, and then on the mast you had the body with the seagulls pecking at the body.
Yeah, his eye hit it.
Yeah,
Eye socket was torn out and everything.
yeah. That Jason did that. It's probably one of my favorite bodies to date.
Still have it.
Oh yeah, we need to put it. We have it.
But yeah, no. So those bodies are cool. The frozen one is still one of my favorites. I still use it all the time.
yeah, it's we've got a scene for it now this year too.
True. Fun to me. Little teaser there. And then I don't remember the other one. Or the guy. No, he was missing his leg.
The blood guy.
Oh, the blood
Blood,
guy.
'cause
but
that
there
was blood.
Oh, with all the
Masquerade.
tubes in his
Yeah,
arms.
yeah, him.
Yeah.
But there was another.
I'm pretty sure there's only 3 that year.
Wasn't I could
Yeah.
have sworn there was another guy that was missing a leg, or was the crow guy missing a leg?
It was a skeleton.
The-
Yeah, it was
yeah.
just like the bone
Skeleton
hanging out.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so. It was pain in the butt to get it up there.
Oh yeah, we had fun.
I don't remember you there. I remember it was just me.
Well, we put the mast up together.
The mast is. Yeah.
I don't think I was there for the.
We still have
part.
the sailboat, by the way. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
Another
more
little teaser. maybe.
more recently, last year you made some new creatures and bodies for us. If you guys came
There was a
out,
lot of them last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the
Um,
bodies.
most first thing that comes to my head is if you guys came out to the common area, which if you were at the event you did, and saw the what do we call it, the center shack. You had the photo up there with the 2 creatures on either side, the witching season creatures. These were spawn or minions of Beatrice. Jason made those. Also some of my favorites. What else?
Yeah, I like
was
the
there?
dude with the second set of hands.
Yeah,
He was cool.
Hmm.
the creature.
The swamp creature.
The swamp creature.
thing,
That was a fun one.
Then the candelabra one.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, the candle.
I
one.
forget about it. She's just like she's goated,
Mhm.
as the kids say. But no, yeah. So if you go into our second trail, the mansion, and right there in the foyer, you're welcomed by this candelabra lady who is literally covered in candles and wax. And it's,
Another prop I have a love hate relationship with.
Calvin has the hate relationship with this one.
Yeah,
'cause you
I
had
know.
to
I
wire-
love her. She's probably one of my favorites. But if
You
her
had to wire
candles
her
didn't go
up.
out all the time, oh my
Well,
gosh.
that too. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So it wasn't particularly difficult, but it took me hours to wire her up.
Well, there's 12 candles.
Yeah, 12 candles, and they
16
each
candles.
had 5 LEDs in them. So I had to prep all those LEDs and then hook them all together.
No, it's kind of like the pumpkins, which don't worry, there's going to be more of those this year, buddy.
Hey, I didn't mind those.
Well, good, because you get about 150 more.
Yep.
Sneak peek. But yeah, no, I think we should do find a better spot for the candelabra lady. Not, she should be more of a focus in the room. I think that's something we can do better. Stay tuned. We'll see what that's at.
Yeah, no, she's cool.
And then this year we've got already on deck one extremely ambitious but cool thing planned. Can't really talk about that, but it's going to be in the finale of our third trail 3, the one we have already demolished and started building. We posted a set sneak photo the other day, which we should talk about. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call here.
Oh, this guy, professional,
real professional. We posted a set sneak picture the other day of this. Some of you said, "Oh, it's the Alamo."
We're doing a Pee Wee Herman trail,
which I didn't understand that reference. What was that about?
Never seen Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah, I used to watch it, but I don't remember their Alamo being a thing.
The movie, the
movie?
Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
I never watched the movie.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, that's what you got to watch.
Wasn't there like a bike in the basement?
Yeah, he goes to a psychic to find his bike. Francis stole his bike, and so he goes to the psychic, and she's just looking at random things and tells him it's in the Alamo, and he's like, "Where? In the basement." Oh, okay. So he goes all the way to the Alamo and asks the tour guide, "When are we going to see the basement?" And there's no basement, and everyone's laughing at him. So yeah.
Okay, well now I know.
Yeah.
So yes, you're right.
Caught us.
You caught us. It is a Pee Wee's Herman Big Adventure Alamo Trail.
It's right next to our
the Taco Bell.
Our ET knockoff roller coaster.
Oh yeah. For those you don't know, there's a TikTok out there that has speculated that, and not even speculation, they're pretty confident in it.
Yeah, we announced this.
That we're building a Sir Henry's roller coaster based off the ET ride at Universal.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Which is not actually a roller coaster, but you know.
Yeah. Well, so this
what
one's
was it called? Phone Home?
yeah, Sir Henry's Phone Home. And so it's a combination of both thrilling and joking aspects, similar to probably like Hagrid's, I imagine.
Yes, and
very similar.
I can't wait for this.
This will be where the laser tag was.
Which that area is going to be very busy this year because that's also where the queue line
laser
is for the
tag,
hayride.
roller coaster, hayride queue line. Lots to look forward to.
Actor meeting area.
Lots to look forward to.
Can I sculpt the ET for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it'd be a little.
We'll allow that.
A little. That's what we're going to use the face cast for. We're going to make an ET, but it's. Yeah. No. Write that down.
No, I could think of something else, but no. So yeah, so we posted a sneak picture of that. You speculated. There's a couple comments that were getting warmer. The Alamo is a very cold comment, as the kids would say. The Taco Bell.
Someone said Taco Bell?
Yeah, somebody said Taco Bell.
No, I didn't see that one.
Funny, but wrong. We're more of a Taco Bus family here.
You are more of a taco. I'll take Taco Bell over Taco Bus.
We digress. Pizza Hut. You don't even know what that was. That greatness.
You like Pizza Hut?
Yeah, it's okay.
We had a conversation that 90s Pizza Hut with the bucket and the personal pan and the chandeliers. That's
the chandeliers, nostalgic. Yeah, and you got to have the tabletop Pac-Man / Galaga game.
Yes,
and yeah.
See,
but their pizza's mid.
Maybe in 2024, but in 1999, early 2000s,
drinking a Coke out of one of those red cups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the red cups are kind of.
Yeah.
Well, CC's had those too, so CC's great.
CC's was really good for a while.
I can't talk that bad.
I had a week in college where I just binged on CC's.
That mac and
like a
cheese
drug
pizza.
addict, my body hasn't been the same since. I digress. No, but yeah, so we got that little tease out there, speculate. Anyway, back to this finale. I have never been as excited for a finale ever. The idea is locked in. The concepts are there. The visual imagery alone in this scene is going to be otherworldly.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I had to talk you into it a couple times.
Tell me, you know what?
The finale.
Well, the one aspect of the finale. Okay.
Yes.
Really, the finale is Jason's
now this,
brainchild for the big centerpiece of it all.
It's when the animatronics or Henry is going to be telling it, like saying goodbye to each individual guest by name.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Come back and see ya. So
Goodbye,
hi, Mike.
Calvin.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So-
found the scent that smells like the
You
trees.
gotta have the little card that you gotta give the passport, the haunt
Yeah.
passport. Yeah.
So yeah, we got a lot of exciting stuff coming this season that Jason's going to be working on. What's been your favorite project that you've done out here?
Oh my gosh,
us.
I just don't. I always love the bodies, because I kind of have a blank canvas, and you're like, make this, and I'm like, okay, and it's always like not so specific. It's just like we want something kind of like this, and then I'm just like, all right, and then it's just fun to have that kind of flexibility to just get a vision, make it, and then it's fulfilling.
Nice for me too that I don't have to spell anything out, and I can just trust you with your creative process, and your vision for it too. Like the pumpkin guy, that was the pumpkin guts guy. I was just I want a guy with pumpkin guts, create something. He ended up on the hayride. Got something a little more specific for him this year.
Yep. What other? There was. I feel like you did more. So you did the swamp creatures, or the
vampire thing.
the vampire.
Yeah, underneath. If you
Oh
go
yeah,
through
yeah,
the
yeah.
hayride,
Underneath on the highway.
here's a little teaser. Guess what? Okay, last year, you had the catwalk for the vampire thing, and the body underneath that. Jason sculpted that. Last year, we wanted this to like spit blood at you. It's gonna spit blood at you this year. So there's your teaser for this episode.
Add that to my notes, I guess.
It should have already been on your notes. Awkward. No, yeah. So
Oh, and then we skipped over. He made. You mentioned it. The vampire, the wings and the chest piece.
Oh yeah,
in the
yeah.
cave,
So
yeah.
that was Blood Masquerade too. The chest piece and the wing sculpt. Another one of my favorite characters. And I think the videos and promo pics we got of this character were really cool. Even that was like only 3 years ago, but it feels like
Forever.
ages
Yeah.
ago. Especially with how much the event has grown since then. Lots of cool stuff. So bodies, that's your vote.
I just have fun making them. I mean,
We got a lot.
I
more
I,
coming
I always
this year.
like the challenges too. Like when you're throwing something at me, and I initially always want to say, yeah, I can make that, and then I get back to my shop and I'm like, oh, I said I could make that. Okay, let's do this. It's just like,
figure out the how.
yeah, is this gonna fit through the door of my shop? I don't know.
Yeah, because
Yeah, or in
those
the-
pumpkins. I remember you had to.
Yeah, you brought them in pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
then
had
had to-
that's how I was able to get them out of the shop.
In pieces and in 2 trips.
Yeah, and I had to paint them out here because I mean, once I put them together, seamed everything and then painted them. But there was this whole system. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, because I like obviously like up in the air they look big, but when you're standing next to them and they're like actually taller than you are, then you like really understand how
Oh,
big
yeah.
these pumpkins are.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing Jason's ever created?
It's the pumpkin,
I said that though. You got
but the pumpkins are cool. The
okay. Second favorite.
I like all the Captain Spirit stuff. So the shark,
Yeah,
the headpiece,
that was such a vibe.
the bodies, the crow body, like you're saying is or not.
The
Yeah,
seagull.
the seagulls. Same bird is a bird. They're all government spies.
Seagulls in Kansas. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, those are my favorite. And then the stuff we're gonna work on this year, that big old boy.
that's gonna be that's a big one. That's gonna be the biggest one. That
Speculate in the comments what you think this big final showpiece prop is going to be. You know it's going to be on Trail 3. I gave you that. Speculate. Let's hear your comments.
In the basement of the Alamo for
Yeah,
context.
yeah, there you go. And Pee-wee there.
Yeah, he's foam carving Pee Wee on a bike.
recreating that scene of Francis in the devil suit.
But yeah, so know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be Pee Wee Herman on his bike,
Yeah.
but with Zach E.T. in the basket.
It almost sounds like a little bit of Wizard of Oz where the witch is riding the bike
Yeah,
and the tornado. I'll get you, my pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
Pee-wee impression. I want to go for it, but I don't know if I can get it.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm not
don't
gonna
go
go
for
for
even
it.
remember.
But yeah, so we got a lot of exciting stuff. But you also like have done work on like movies and other theme park related events. We're not going to mention names.
Mostly theme park, any,
Yeah.
attraction stuff. Yeah.
How has that experience been for you
Well,
creatively?
it's been great. I've worked with Universal. I've been part of Halloween Horror Nights since 1997. So I've been able to be part of a lot of really cool, iconic things. Working on things like Jack the Clown's been one of the most popular ones. Just well with the company in general, not just Halloween, but also other projects. Big Dragon on top of Green Gots. I was part of that sculpting team. Worked with some great people. Um, Took us like 3 months to alter this thing, put the details in it and everything, and then to be able to see it, finally after.
And actually
And
breathe fire. and
Yeah.
everything.
So
if this is proprietary, we can cut it out. But you guys were working on that in South Carolina or something, right?
no, that was like in Merritt Island. It was some random
But that was for the
shop over there.
Green
Yeah.
Gots Dragon was up there.
Yeah. I got a call to see if I wanted to be on the team for that, and it was like 3 months set up over there doing that. It was
That's
it was
pretty
really cool. I worked with some amazing people that they worked in. They brought 3 people from California, and turned out they were like one guy sculpted the Triceratops for Jurassic Park, the sick one that was
The
breathing.
movie.
Yeah,
That's
he was with
wild.
with Stan Winston Studios, and the lead. I can say their name, I guess. That was Joey Orozco, and then Michelle Millay, who was the team lead. She sculpted things in foam mostly, so it was like she was showing me some of the things she's done. I mean, Davy Jones at Oregon for Pirates of the Caribbean, like all these statues and things. It was just like incredible, and I'm sitting there like, oh, that's what you guys did. Like I make monsters in the park for Horror Nights, but it was just so cool to be part of that team. It took a village to make that dragon, but it's like one of my favorite things that I look back on.
What was your part on the dragon?
We were all sculpting details and like the scars on the wings and stuff like that.
So like when
sinews
they would create the T-Rex model for Jurassic Park, when you had a whole team sculpting that, or something, is that kind of like a similar thing?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, that's the first time I've ever been brought in for something that big in a theme park, but it was, I'm sitting over here on this wing, just making this scar over here, and then we move over to this one, and so it was.
That is pretty cool.
Random.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah. One of the coolest things at the park.
Have you seen it?
Not in person.
Shame.
I got to work on some of the things in the windows too, like just random like eels in one of the windows. I'm trying to think of what else. There's like a few things here and there, like just little props that are in the windows.
Did you do anything on Kong Skull Island?
Yeah. I did the maquette for the queue line. So whenever you go in and you see the big giant skulls in there, I did a smaller scale version of it. It was like about 4 feet wide, and it was just what that was going to look like, so that they could put that over there, and whenever the scenic team came in, they just kind of use that as reference to what goes in there. So
Gotcha.
And I worked on the commercial, the old lady prosthetic for the
So
commercial.
you did the makeup for the commercial?
I did.
Prosthetic? That's pretty cool.
Along with Michael Burnett, who was the lead at the time, and then Eric Garcia, I think, was there with us too.
What was your role in creating Jack?
Well, originally, Jack was sculpted by Jim Udenberg, the very first one, and it was based on a design that was given to us, and then we kind of went from there. And I was one of the I did applications at that point, just applying his prosthetics. But later on, for Halloween Horror Nights 25, I believe it was, Michael Burnett was our makeup designer at the time. I collaborated with him, and I guess we all just kind of came up with this look. the guy that played it, and there was Mike Aiello. You know, we all just kind of like discussed what the next phase of Jack was going to be. So he's a little dirtier, makeup's running, a little older, you know, stuff like that. So we sculpted like 3 different Jacks, prosthetics, and then they came in on 2 of the sculptures and said, we like this about this one and this about this one, just combine those, and that's kind of how we ended up with Jack for 25. Yeah, and then applied the makeup, test makeup, and then got finalized, and then we shot commercials in Budapest for some reason. So
Budapest.
yeah, they sent us
What?
to Budapest. I don't know why.
Like you went to Budapest.
Yeah. Yeah, me and the whole makeup team on that went to Budapest.
What was the reason for that?
The director was in Germany, and then his next stop, I guess, was going to be in Budapest. I could be getting this story all wrong, but for some reason, it needed to be shot there. And, you know, I don't know.
Is that where we're going? Are we going to go to Budapest to film our next trailers?
We're getting London. It's not Budapest. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think the director was the guy that directed the, if you've ever seen the commercial that, I mean, you'd have to look it up, but it was like an exorcist scene. And this girl is like up against the ceiling, and he's doing his exorcism thing. And then the camera pans up, and you see that, in fact, it's just the apartment above with a Hoover. And that's what's making this girl up against the ceiling. So it's not actually, you know. And I guess I think I'm getting this right. I don't know. This has been a while, but I think that's why they wanted. That's one of the reasons they wanted him, because it's a little bit of humor, a little bit of dark, but yeah, we spent a week in Budapest for some crazy. It was very surreal, but
That's pretty.
Yeah,
crazy.
that sounds gnarly.
yeah.
I mean, why are you trying to get me all the way out there to do some makeup? That's great.
Yeah, to film a commercial. When do they film all that stuff?
When did they film it?
Like what time of year is that compared to the event?
I think we were there in August. Yeah, it was August.
So that's pretty close to
that's-
event opening.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
turnaround time on that's
Yeah.
going to be crazy. But I can't imagine that was the first commercial, right?
For that year, yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That just shows you how much.
That's about when we start.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's about the time.
Even now, they're opening in August of this year, August 30th, I think.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
what,
yeah.
but what year are we at? We're in the 30s now?
It's 33.
Yeah, it's a year younger than me.
Whoa.
Just drop my age.
Yeah, age drop,
Yeah.
age drop.
So that means, well, then we'll skip that year. The COVID year got skipped. So it would have been 34. But yeah, it's, yeah, this is 33.
What do you think of the merch for this year?
Who's going to see the. It's orange. It's orange.
It is orange.
It's orange.
Is it orange?
Yeah, it's
It's
like
orange.
high vis orange.
It's very orange.
There's a lot of colors lost me.
Yeah.
I wonder what our march is going to look like this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know, and maybe we see a similar early rollout to a theme park with our merch. Maybe.
Okay, sure, yeah.
I'm
if you say
working on
so.
it. I'm working on it. Right?
He's I don't do merch.
Huh?
I say what I want and that's it.
You want pajama pants?
Yeah.
Calvin wants.
Comment that you want Sir Henry's pajama pants, that you want purple, black,
Listen.
and white plaid pajama pants because
Purple, white, and black. Where's
or
green?
green, purple, and black pajama pants.
I want
Plaid.
I want a onesie with a hoodie, and I want the hoodie to have a top hat.
Okay, here we go.
That's pretty cool.
That's kind of sick.
that.
I got ideas.
I want pajamas. Comment.
We're working
I want
on it.
pajamas.
We're working on it.
Tony,
okay?
back me up. Say you want pajamas.
Antonio.
Antonio.
I want
pajamas.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Purple.
Antonio.
Yeah. Purple, black, green, plaid pajamas.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we got socks. We got hats. I requested
We got
hats. We need
socks,
dad
buttons,
hats.
Dad hats. We got hats. What do you need? It's a trucker hat.
Yeah. Dad hats are superior. As a
That's
dad
all you
hat
wear.
enjoyer. Yes, of course.
So it's really not about the customers as long as Calvin gets what he wants
Yeah.
to wear.
As long as Calvin, yeah, if Calvin looks good in the Sir Henry's merch, Zach sells more Sir Henry's merch.
I don't think any of the guests has actually seen Calvin out here, except maybe
No.
last year taking tickets
yeah.
one night.
Yeah.
But cool.
Sir Henry's assless chaps. Oh, sorry. What?
Yeah, what was
we
Sir
have
Henry's
talked about the
desirables?
intimates, the
Right.
Sir Henry
Or
intimates.
intimates.
Sir Henry's
We
intimates.
have a decent amount of number of ladies that come out here wanting Sir Henry. Well, panties. So, and like maybe we should sell underwear because a lot of people wet their underwear when they come out here.
That's true.
Yeah.
You should,
And-
yeah.
or
Yeah.
diapers, adult depends.
It's really only fair.
Yo, Sir Henry's diapers kind of goes hard.
Yeah. And that's more of a marketing thing than even selling them. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, any other things you want to leave us with, Jason? Favorite memories?
Oh, well, no, I mean, I just always look forward to when you guys are ready to hit the green light and start working on stuff. I mean, you guys have always been like the best. I couldn't ask for like better clients from my perspective, because you guys are always just, you give me the creative freedom and you trust me with things, and I appreciate that. And you're always, you're always there for me to throw something my way whenever things are slow. And so anyway, I don't know. I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys, and I'm so glad you're here. And
we appreciate you and everything you do.
MonsterWorx probably would not exist at this point if it weren't for you guys.
Well, I appreciate that. And it's a very symbiotic relationship. Is that the right word there?
Yeah, that is the right word. No, because we are very
like,
appreciative of the stuff you've done.
You've been a heavy influence, not just with content per se, but also the design and look of how things at this event. And who knows if Sir Henry never had that cane, would he even have the swag he has today? Will we even be here? The whole event might be centered around that cane. That's might seem far fetched, but I think
that's really probably not
that
far
far
fetched.
fetched. But no, we appreciate you, and I cannot wait to jump on this stuff for this year because it's going to be mind blowing, and probably a good thing you got that experience with King Kong ride, if you know what I mean. But yeah, But no, make sure
the Alamo awaits.
King Kong in the Alamo.
King Kong in the Alamo.
That's a good one. But yeah, make sure you guys are following MonsterWorx Entertainment, their social medias, their website. If you have any custom thing, even if you're not a owner and want some custom made prop or what have you, Jason is the man for that. It's not everybody that I trust with my creative visions and designs, but I know I can always trust Jason. You're going to be at Fear Expo
this weekend. Yeah,
this weekend, which will be April 12th through
12th through the 14th.
12th through 14th. Yeah. I had that right. Crazy.
I will be doing a seminar on Saturday, a sculpting demonstration, which is first time ever doing something like that. So,
what are you sculpting? Can you say?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm going to kind of leave it up to the crowd. If somebody out there that's listening to this wants to comment and give me a suggestion of what to sculpt whenever I get up on stage, let me know, because I could use some ideas.
There you go.
So I'm going to be sculpting for specifically the way I sculpt a latex mask. So it's my technique of how I do it. And then right after my sculpting demonstration, they have Jordu Shell lined up for the next one. So I'm opening for Jordu. So
it's pretty cool.
Hey, Jordu actually is one of the people I look up to in the sculpting world. I mean, he's inspired me back in the day when the Travel Channel had Making Monsters. That's how I got to know him. And then there was Ed Edmonds with Distortions, and those guys are the ones that kind of like woke me up to the industry, that like, hey, all the stuff I'm doing for this theme park, I can do on my own and
even more.
Bring it to a convention. So, but yeah, it really opened up a whole new world for me. So yeah, it's an honor to be there, opening for him, I guess you could say. But yeah, I'm gonna have a booth 607. I'm gonna have all my masks and props there, as many as I could possibly get done before leaving on Wednesday. So
he's shown me some sneak peeks of some new props and stuff he's made. It's pretty cool stuff. Go check it out. Yeah,
I've been posting some stuff on the Facebook page, the MonsterWorx Facebook page. So a lot of pictures on there of some of the things I'm going to have in the booth. And let me know if you want something. I'll bring it to the show.
All right.
There you have it, folks. Yeah. Jason Thomas with MonsterWorx. Appreciate you coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Jason's always a pleasure. Let's get to creating some stuff.
Woohoo!
But yes, guys, so we are in full swing as much as we can be with our podcast again, and with the construction of our new sets and trails for 2024. Almost said 23. 2024. So I think in our next episode, just a little teaser for you guys, we're going to be looking at some of these new new characters that we are bringing to life in 2024.
Trans World Hall.
Yeah, as the ladies like to say, Trans World Hall. What? That's a thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, here's my dress hall. Here's my bathing suit hall. You know, it's a whole YouTube channel algorithm of this stuff. Anyway, check that out. Look for that on our next podcast. Until next time, insert whatever my catchphrase is here because it's been so long since we've done one of these. I forgot. See you later.
Sayonara.
Bye, everybody.